everyone! What's up? Today we're diving into something I'm absolutely obsessed with right now, Korean action thrillers that will have you on the edge of your seat, biting your nails, and completely forgetting about sleep. Before we jump in, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and notification bell because we drop fresh K-drama content every week, and trust me, you do not want to miss out. Here's the thing about Korean action thrillers, they're not just about the fights and explosions. They blend intense action sequences with complex characters, mind-bending plots, and that signature Korean storytelling that hooks you from episode 1. But let me ask you something, have you ever started a K-drama that promised action and thrills but ended up feeling meh? Yeah, we've all been there. With so many options out there, finding the truly exceptional ones can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. That's why I've put together this list of the 15 absolute best action and thriller K-dramas that you need to watch in 2025. These aren't just good shows, they're the cream of the crop, the ones that will have you clicking next episode at 3 a.m. on a work night with zero regrets. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's dive into the world of heart-pounding action, complex anti-heroes, and plot twists that will leave you shook. Number 15, Law School. Starting our countdown at number 15 is Law School. Now, I know what you're thinking, a drama about law students doesn't sound very action-packed. But trust me, this is not your typical classroom drama. When a professor is found dead under mysterious circumstances, a group of law students and their criminal law professor become entangled in a complex murder case. What makes this show special is how it combines courtroom tension with real-world thrills. The standout performance here is Kim Myung-min as the stern Professor Young, who teaches his students to question everything and trust no one. The show keeps you guessing until the very end, constantly shifting your suspicions from one character to another. If you love mysteries with intellectual depth and characters who use their brains as weapons, Law School deserves a spot on your watch list. It's like How to Get Away with Murder, but with that unique K-drama intensity. Number 14, The Good Detective. Coming in at number 14 is The Good Detective. In a genre often dominated by vigilantes and anti-heroes, this show dares to ask, what does it mean to be a good detective in a corrupt system? Sun Hyun-ju plays Kang Do-chung, an experienced detective who relies on his instincts, while Jang Sung-ho is Oh Ji-hyuk, a younger detective who believes in forensic evidence above all else. When they investigate a murder case that seems straightforward at first, they uncover a conspiracy that goes far deeper than they could have imagined. What I love about this show is how it balances heart-pounding action sequences with the meticulous details of police work. Chemistry between the leads is phenomenal, and the way they complement each other's investigative styles makes for some truly satisfying detective work. You're a fan of crime thrillers with substance and moral complexity, The Good Detective delivers on all fronts while keeping the adrenaline pumping. Number 13, Bloodhounds. Number 13 on our list is Bloodhounds, and wow, does this show pack a punch, literally! This gritty drama follows two young boxers who get pulled into the dark world of loan sharks and violent debt collectors. When they meet a compassionate loan shark who's trying to help those who've fallen victim to predatory lenders, they join forces to take down a ruthless money-lending organization. The fight choreography in this series is next level. If you appreciate raw, realistic combat scenes that make you feel every hit, you're going to be obsessed with Bloodhounds. But what elevates this show beyond just action is its unflinching look at economic inequality and financial exploitation. Woo Do-hwan and Lee Sang-hee deliver knockout performances, pun absolutely intended, and their brotherhood forms the emotional core of this adrenaline-fueled ride. This is a show that will have you cheering, wincing, and maybe shedding a tear or two. Number 12, Weak Hero Class. Number 12, we have Weak Hero Class, a show that takes high school drama and turns it into something visceral and unforgettable. Based on a popular webtoon, this series follows Yoon Se-yoon, a model student who's physically unimposing but uses his intelligence to fight back against the brutal bullies at his school. When he forms an unlikely alliance with other students who've been victimized, they begin a dangerous quest for justice that spirals beyond what any of them imagined. What makes Weak Hero Class stand out is how it subverts expectations. Our protagonist isn't physically strong, but watches him outthink and outmaneuver his opponents is incredibly satisfying. The show doesn't glorify violence. Instead, it explores its consequences and the cycle of trauma it creates. Park Ji-hoon's performance is absolutely captivating, bringing depth and nuance to a character who could have been one-dimensional in less capable hands. If you're looking for a thriller that combines intense action with sharp social commentary, Weak Hero Class should be at the top of your list. Number 11, Lawless Lawyer. Taking the number 11 spot is Lawless Lawyer, a show that asks, What happens when a gangster becomes a lawyer to avenge his mother's death? Lee Joon-gi stars as Bong Sang-pil, a former gangster who uses both his fists and legal knowledge to take down the corrupt power players who control the city of Gizung. Alongside passionate attorney Ha Jae, played by Seo Ye-ji, he confronts a deeply entrenched network of judicial corruption. The brilliance of Lawless Lawyer lies in how seamlessly it blends courtroom drama with pulse-pounding action sequences. One minute you're watching intense legal maneuvering, and the next you're witnessing some of the most dynamic fight choreography in K-drama history. Lee Joon-gi performs most of his own stunts, and it shows. The authenticity he brings to the action scenes elevates the entire series. But beyond the spectacle, the show delivers a compelling story about justice, redemption, and the gray areas between right and wrong. Number 10. The Uncanny Counter. Breaking into our top 10 is The Uncanny Counter, a supernatural action thriller that's as heartwarming as it is exhilarating. By day, they work at a noodle shop. By night, they're demon hunters called Counters who protect the world from malevolent spirits. When So-mun, a high school student with a disability, discovers he has special abilities, he joins their ranks and uncovers secrets about his own past. What sets The Uncanny Counter apart is its perfect balance of elements. The action sequences feature spectacular supernatural abilities, the mystery keeps you guessing, and the emotional core of the show centered around found family gives weight to all the spectacle. Jo Byung-gu shines as So-mun, bringing vulnerability and determination to a character who's thrown into a world he never knew existed. The supporting cast is equally stellar, creating a team dynamic that will have you invested in every character's journey. If you love action with a supernatural twist and heart, The Uncanny Counter delivers on all fronts. Number 9. K2. Number 9, we have K2, starring the incomparable Ji Chang-wook in one of the most physically demanding roles in K-drama history. Framed for murder, hunted like an animal, and fueled by a burning desire for revenge, that's Kim Jae-ha Ji Chang-wook, a former mercenary turned bodyguard. In the K2, he's thrown into a world of political intrigue, ruthless power plays, and forbidden love. Offered a chance to clear his name and avenge his lost love, he takes a job guarding Go Eun-na, the secret daughter of a presidential candidate. But as he protects her from deadly threats, a forbidden romance blossoms, forcing him to choose between revenge and love. With breathtaking action sequences, complex characters, and a plot that'll keep you guessing until the very end, the K2 on TVN is a masterclass in suspense. Ji Chang-wook, Song Yoon-ah, and Im Yoon-ah deliver powerhouse performances in this high-octane thriller. Get ready for a wild ride where loyalty is tested, secrets are deadly, and revenge comes at a price. Let's be honest, the action sequences in K2 are legendary. The infamous shower fight scene alone is a masterclass in choreography and execution. Ji Chang-wook trained extensively for this role, and his dedication is evident in every punch, kick, and stunt. Beyond the action, K2 offers a compelling exploration of political corruption, personal vendettas, and unexpected romance. Song Yoon-ah delivers a standout performance as the complex antagonist Choi Eugene, creating one of the most fascinating female villains in K-drama history. If you appreciate high-octane action with political intrigue, K2 is a must-watch that still holds up as one of the benchmarks of the genre. Number 8. Brainworks. Coming in at number 8 is Brainworks, a cerebral thriller that combines neuroscience with crime-solving in a uniquely engaging way. Shin Ha-kyun plays Shin Haru, a neuroscientist with extraordinary intelligence but questionable ethics, while Yoon Young-hwa is Jia Myung-si, a detective who relies on his gut instincts. Together, they form an unlikely partnership to solve bizarre crimes that involve brain abnormalities. What makes Brainworks special is how it uses neuroscience not just as a gimmick but as an integral part of its storytelling. Cases are fascinating puzzles that challenge both the characters and viewers, often delving into the darkest corners of human psychology. Chemistry between the leads is electric, with their contrasting approaches to investigation creating both tension and humor. The show balances its heavier elements with well-timed comedy, making for a viewing experience that's as entertaining as it is thrilling. If you love crime thrillers with a unique scientific angle and complex character dynamics, Brainworks offers a fresh take on the genre that will keep your own brain working overtime. Number 7. Mad Dog. Taking the number 7 spot is Mad Dog, a revenge thriller that dives deep into the world of insurance fraud. Yoo Ji-tae stars as Choi Kung-woo, a former detective who loses his family in a plane crash. When he discovers the crash might not have been an accident, he assembles a team of specialists called Mad Dog to investigate insurance fraud cases and uncover the truth behind his family's death. What makes Mad Dog compelling is how it turns something seemingly mundane insurance fraud into a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. The show excels at creating tension not just through physical confrontations but through intellectual battles as the team outsmarts increasingly dangerous opponents. Woo Do-hwan shines as Kim Min-jun, a mysterious con-man with his own agenda who joins the Mad Dog team. The dynamic between his character and Choi Kang-woo evolves in unexpected ways, adding emotional depth to the thrilling investigation. If you appreciate meticulous planning, clever cons, and the satisfaction of watching bad guys get their comeuppance, Mad Dog delivers with style and substance. Number 6. Flex X Cop. Breaking into our top 6 is Flex X Cop, one of the freshest additions to the action thriller genre that's already making waves. An Bo-hyun stars as Jin Yi-soo, a third-generation chaebol heir who becomes a police officer to escape his family's expectations. When he's partnered with veteran detective Lee Kang-hyun, played by Park Ji-hyun, his privileged perspective clashes with her by-the-book approach to police work. What sets Flex X Cop apart is its perfect blend of action, comedy, and heart. The fish-out-of-water dynamic as Yi-soo applies his wealth and connections to police work in unconventional ways creates both hilarious moments and surprisingly effective crime-solving. An Bo-hyun absolutely crushes this role, bringing charm and depth to a character who could have been a one-note rich boy. His chemistry with Park Ji-hyun is electric, and watching their partnership evolve as they tackle increasingly dangerous cases makes for compelling television. If you're looking for an action thriller with a fresh concept and a healthy dose of humor, Flex X Cop is one of the most entertaining entries on this list. Number 5. Vincenzo. We've reached our top 5, and at number 5 is the international sensation Vincenzo, starring Song Joong-ki as a Korean-Italian mafia consigliere who returns to Korea with vengeance on his mind. When Vincenzo Cassano comes back to his homeland to recover hidden gold in a building, he becomes entangled in the lives of the building's tenants and their fight against a corrupt conglomerate. Using his mafia tactics in the Korean legal system, he creates a unique brand of justice that's as satisfying as it is morally complex. Vincenzo is a masterclass in tone management, seamlessly blending dark comedy, brutal action, courtroom drama, and even romance into a coherent whole that never feels disjointed. The show gives us one of the most compelling anti-heroes in K-drama history, a man capable of terrible violence who nevertheless follows his own strict moral code. John Yeobin is brilliant as Hong Cha-young, a sharp-tongued attorney who transforms from a corporate shark to Vincenzo's partner in vigilante justice. Their dynamic is one of the highlights of the series, evolving in ways that feel both surprising and inevitable. The villains, particularly OK Tae-seon as Jang Junwoo, are genuinely menacing, creating stakes that feel real despite the show's occasionally comedic tone. If you want a thriller that delivers cathartic justice while questioning what justice really means, Vincenzo is a must-watch. Number 4. Taxi Driver. At number 4 we have Taxi Driver, a vigilante thriller that takes revenge to a whole new level. Lee Jae-hoon stars as Kim Do-ki, a mysterious taxi driver who works for Rainbow Taxi Company, a secret organization that offers revenge services for victims who have been failed by the legal system. With his special forces background and driving skills, Do-gi delivers justice that the law cannot. What makes Taxi Driver stand out is how each case is inspired by real-life crimes that occurred in Korea, giving the show's vigilante justice an emotional resonance that's often lacking in the genre. The episodes follow both case of the week and overarching narrative formats, creating a perfect balance of satisfaction and long-term investment. Lee Jae-hoon's performance is nothing short of spectacular. He brings nuance to a character who could have been one-dimensional, showing the emotional toll that seeking justice takes on the vigilante himself. The supporting cast, particularly Kim Ue-sung as the company's manager, adds depth to the world of Rainbow Taxi. The action sequences are phenomenal, with car chases and fight scenes that rival those in big-budget films. If you love stories about justice being served against seemingly untouchable criminals, Taxi Driver will have you cheering while questioning your own moral compass. Number 3. My Name. Breaking into our top 3 is My Name, a brutal revenge thriller that features one of the most impressive physical performances in K-drama history. Han So-hee transforms completely to play Yoon Ji-woo, a woman who witnesses her father's murder and infiltrates the police force as a mole for a drug cartel, hoping to find her father's killer. Under the guidance of crime boss Choi Moo-jin, played by Park Hee-soon, she becomes a weapon focused solely on vengeance. Let me be clear, the action in My Name is on another level. Han So-hee underwent months of intense training for this role, and it shows in every fight sequence. The brutal, realistic combat scenes are some of the most visceral you'll see in any K-drama, with long takes that showcase the actor's physical commitment. Beyond the action, My Name offers a compelling exploration of identity, loyalty, and the cost of revenge. As Jiwoo goes deeper undercover, the lines between her various personas begin to blur, creating a psychological dimension that elevates the physical conflict. At just 8 episodes, My Name is a tightly paced, adrenaline-fueled experience that never wastes a moment. If you appreciate unflinching action with emotional weight behind every punch, this series deserves your immediate attention. Number 2, A Shop for Killers. Our runner-up at number 2 is A Shop for Killers, a recent release that has quickly established itself as a new benchmark for the genre. Imagine your uncle runs an online shop. Sounds normal, right? Wrong. For Jong Jian, it's a death sentence. When her uncle, Jong Jin-man, dies unexpectedly, her ordinary life shatters. Turns out his shop wasn't selling everyday items. It was a front for a black market supplying assassins. Now, Jian's inherited his dangerous legacy, and everyone wants a piece of it. Rival killers, shadowy organizations, even the cops are closing in. She's trapped in a deadly game she never asked to play, forced to unravel her uncle's secrets just to survive. A Shop for Killers on Disney Plus and Hulu is a pulse-pounding action thriller where every click could be your last. With Lee Dong-wook and Kim Hae-jun leading the charge, get ready for a wild ride into a world where online shopping is a battleground. Season 2 is confirmed, so buckle up, this is just the beginning. The series excels at creating unbearable tension, with extended sequences where Jian must use her wits and limited resources to survive against professionally trained killers. If you're looking for a fresh take on the action thriller genre with a compelling female protagonist, A Shop for Killers delivers innovation and excellence in equal measure. Number 1, Study Group. And finally, claiming the top spot on our list is Study Group, a series that has redefined what action thrillers can achieve in the K-drama format. Based on a popular webtoon, Study Group is a riveting South Korean action thriller series that premiered on TVing on January 23, 2025. Based on the popular webtoon of the same name by Shin Hyung-wook, illustrated by Yoo Sung-yeon, this adaptation brings to life a compelling story of determination, survival, and unexpected friendship. Set in the notorious Yusung Technical High School, Study Group follows the journey of Yoon Jae-min, portrayed by Hwang Min-hyun, a student with a fascinating duality. Despite his model student appearance, complete with glasses, neat attire, and innocent looks, Jimin consistently finds himself at the bottom of his class academically. What makes Jimin extraordinary, however, is his exceptional talent for fighting. Determined to enter university despite his academic struggles, he forms a study group with fellow students at his vocational high school, which is known for its troubled student body. As the series progresses, Jimin's dedication to his academic goals is repeatedly tested. Whenever members of his study group face trouble, which happens frequently in such a challenging environment, Jimin uses his fighting prowess to protect them, ensuring the survival of both his friends and his academic aspirations. The drama masterfully balances intense action sequences with the poignant story of a young man fighting against the odds to create a better future for himself, using the only talent he possesses to safeguard his path to education. And there you have it, the 15 best action and thriller K-dramas that deserve your attention in 2025. From high school survival to international mafia operations, from supernatural abilities to raw physical combat, these shows represent the incredible range and quality that Korean action thrillers have to offer. Before I wrap up, I want to hear from you. Which of these shows have you watched already? Which one are you most excited to start? And did I miss any of your favorites? Drop a comment below and let's get that conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming K-drama content. We've got reviews, analyses, and more recommendation lists coming your way soon. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, happy binging, and remember, sleep is optional when the K-drama is this good.